Hey, welcome back. So Struggle Bunny heads south, and well, I guess I should say past tense. Struggle Bunny headed south last spring with a group of guys, and we went to Durhamtown Adventures. That's an off-road recreational area just outside of Atlanta. So this is our spring break story, and here's the gang. Alright, so this is going to be the homestead for the next 5 days down here in Georgia. Dan and Steve contemplating whether this is time to ride, and I think it is. We're going to get geared up here shortly and go blast around before the rains come. Well, Daniel's going to start out with the Struggle Bunny because he claimed it this morning, but I think he really just wants the emotional support for the rabbit. But other than that, we're going to go find Moose Trail.
I don't necessarily know exactly where I'm going. Do you remember where he's going?
No.
Oh, good car.
So Craig was asking the wrong guy. I've never been there, but thankfully Chris has. So Chris is going to take us where we need to go. We're in the search for Moose Trail, which is one of the longer single track trails here. But to get there, we got to hit all this double track, which is actually kind of fun. And I'll admit I was a little bit dubious about how much fun this kind of stuff would be, but they put some rollers in it and they didn't put any speed limits on it, so it does turn out to be pretty fun. Alright, a little cheer because we did ride around a bit, and it's a bit longer journey than the video shows to get to Moose Trail. Moose Trail is kind of at the back of the property, but like I said, it is the longer single track, so this is our first foray into the woods. So this initial part is not single track like we know it at home. It's not tight and super narrow, but it does come with some challenges. And that challenge is going to be Georgia mud. If you don't know about Georgia mud, it kind of has the properties of KY jelly to help things slide. In this particular case, that's not good. Then something else you'll see right away is that there are plenty of ruts. The trails, I don't know how well they're maintained, although I can only imagine the amount of traffic they get, so they must do some level of maintenance. But you want to be careful coming around a corner too hot, because these ruts can be anywhere from a couple inches to 2 feet or more, and that's a real problem if you're going fast.
Some of those little holes are deep. I had to fully commit to one. I was like, pray to God. I put my ass on the back of the seat thinking one of them. Yeah.
So we're all thinking, yep,
That's
these ruts are pretty deep, so let's be careful. There's Steve and Mark back there, and Lucas right beside me. And here's Lucas chirping me a bit.
Get ahead there. Fucking spark plug. Keep up. Go get her. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, challenge thrown down and not accepted. My bones are twice as old as his, and I'm just going to be a bit of a pussy about this and go a little bit slower. Craig, however, does not feel the same, so he's going to chase him down, and we'll see how that goes for him. I should mention this is our second day on the ground. We did get here the day before at about 11 o'clock in the morning after 26 hours of non-stop driving, stopping only for fuel and a couple bites to eat. Rolling through a tornado, I should mention as well, just outside of New York. But we did get here and the cabins weren't ready, so the only thing that seemed to make sense after 26 hours of sitting in a truck was to unload the bikes, jump on them, and go for a rip. That's what we did. keep your head up, not only because of the trees and the mud, but also the trails kind of connect to other trails, and it's hard to ride one whole system clean the first time. What is good though is you can see all the markings. This is a one-way trail, just like pretty much all the trails here. I'm going to stop here and check in with Craig to see how it went chasing Lucas.
Need a hand?
No, I'm just tired. I'll just pick it up. I never really tried to.
Yeah. Starting to fog up. Those two yahoos out front, holy jeez.
You're a hard man to catch.
I'm just trying to not kill myself.
And that is a fact. You can see where Craig got into one of those ruts, and those are the kind of things that you're dealing with here. And this is the first time we've ridden this trail, so it's all a bit of a surprise. Some of these are deep, and they will catch you out, so at your own peril, go fast. Now, the two yahoos out front are definitely going fast.
Oh, so yeah, what do you think?
No, that was great. I was good out front, and then trying to keep up with you guys. I got a little tired, and then I started picking bad lines, and I'm good now.
There was a nice fast section. I was like 5th gear.
I know. I saw you ripping.
I can never tell though, because I like start going fast, and suddenly there's a big fucking something in front of me.
going everywhere. I'm like, nah.
That wasn't. But that was flat.
But you and I were.
And there was a couple turns.
Yeah.
I was cooking like 50.
Oh yeah, you're flying, man.
All right, so that's Lucas to my right and Steve to the left, and those were the two yahoos, I say that affectionately, that were out front.
As soon as we hear that motor, Marco, have your helmet on. He's not getting arrested.
He's not getting. He's not
I'm kidding. Okay, I'm joking. No fucking way.
All right, Dano, what'd you think of the morning?
So far, pretty good. A little short, but
A little rain came down, and then we had an exception.
yep, we're figuring it out. Mike's over with the fish pan.
Yeah. We'll get you back up and running shortly.
So here's Mike having a little challenge with his bike, and what it turned out to be was the shift shaft. The weld had let go, but you know what? We have the technology to fix it, and we do.
We're gonna pull it open and take a look later on, once some of this drizzle stops. What do you have to say for yourself?
Might beat the shifter.
Not shifting.
It's shift with the toe, not the heel.
Yeah.
14 EXE 350 for sale.
All right, well, that's not too bad because we are able to find a welder and get that fixed and grind her down so she fits all back in, and Mike is back up and running before the end of the day. We do head back out and ride a little bit more, but I'll leave that for the next video.